Saints and the Chiefs on Thursday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2023 as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. Well, Charles, our 8th opening night broadcast together, and we couldn't ask for a better place to be. Arrowhead Stadium, been a festive atmosphere all day. Smell of barbecue in the air. They unfurled the Super Bowl banner just a few moments ago. It's a celebration, and they are ready to get the new year started.
What I like most, partner, was that you got them to slow the car down. We got a little taste of that barbecue.
Season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now for Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs, they're trying to become the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots in the 03-04 seasons. So we're going on 20 years here. What kind of chances do you give the Chiefs of pulling it off?
Well, traditionally, we know how difficult those chances are. Heck, we can't get a repeat winner in the NFC East, so you know it's tough in the NFL to go back-to-back, let alone win a Super Bowl. But here's the thing about this team. Culture, a word we use almost too often, is really ingrained in a positive way in Kansas City. Not only do they believe, but they've got a heck of a roster, too.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fordson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, Call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Richie James from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The Lions ready to take over on offense for the first time here. And they've got a rookie at the helm. The third-round pick from Tennessee, Charles Hendon Hooker.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 3rd down and 7.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this run. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Mahomes again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Richie James, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coach to get a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all. All right, the little more expressionism for these guys, I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend.
Here's Williams to return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Hooker. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing. Hooker.
Hard throw, incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Chiefs offense ready to go again.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
That'll be caught by James.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as a tackle made at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Richie James on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Looking to throw. Hooker setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And it's a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
KC's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's complete to Tony.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Great catch and first down by Kelsey, who somehow continues to improve. 10 seasons and 7 All-Pro nods in. At this point, we've moved past just calling him a future Hall of Famer. Now we need to just start saying he's one of the greatest to ever play the position.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably... Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there, tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hooker's going to throw it.
And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Nifty move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
And the Lions first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Lions.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Hooker now on second down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Here's Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
He was defended by Martin Emerson.
To throw, it's Mahomes. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 7 catches for him now. This last one, a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First down 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 19 yards away.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Trying to throw again here, Hooker. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back out to you guys in KC in just a moment. But first, let's look ahead to what should be a tremendous opening weekend for 2023. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, this is going to get a bonkers rating. Bills, Jets at MetLife Stadium.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
And now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jameson Williams.